Then I'll huff, and I'll puff.
How is it that in a moment of utter madness, such a simple phrase makes the character even more terrifying?
Here's Johnny.
Believe it or not, this iconic line is just a copy.
It's not a matter that concerns you, Mr. Torrance. At least not at this point.
Today, you'll learn about Kubrick's perfectionist status.
He's perfectionist, as almost everyone we've discussed would fall into that personality characteristic. They're a perfectionist.
And how that marked some actors for life.
Oh, come on. What do you mean, roll video?
Stay until the end to uncover secrets about the greatest horror movie in history.
Anything you say, Lloyd.
The film is legendary and full of curiosities, starting with how incredibly long the production was.
Do it right now. Come on. Get him in. Let anybody do it, Brian. Just get him in. Let him realize we're out of time.
It took them over a year, from May 1978 to June 1979, which was unusual for the time.
It might be better to just play it as a medium shot with the situation.
Can you do with your head down? Yeah. Well, that's not bad. Do that. Try that, Jay.
Wendy, listen to me. Let me out of here and I'll forget the whole damn thing. It'll be like it never happened.
Over a year, but Kubrick knew exactly what he was doing.
You couldn't find some way of sort of not looking at her and looking down as you say the line.
Wendy, listen. Let me out of here and I'll forget the whole goddamn thing. It'll be just like nothing ever happened.
After this incredible performance, it's only fair to talk about Jack Nicholson.
And of course, my favorite, Jack Nicholson. I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
His acting starts with a subtle air of discomfort.
Get a lot written today?
Yes.
His forced smile.
Being grouchy, I just want to finish my work.
And his gazes that hint at something broken. As the movie progresses, you see that internal tension turn into an explosion of rage and madness.
Anything you do as many times as a successful actor, you can't have one set of theories. You know, you can go for years saying, I'm going to get this thing real, because they really haven't seen it real. You know, they just keep seeing one fashion of unreal after the other that passes as real.
You, chopped your wife and daughter up into little bits.
And you go mad with realism, and then you come up against someone like Stanley who says, yeah, it's real, but it's not interesting.
The way he gradually takes his character to madness is astonishing, until he's completely unhinged. And that's how we get to this. The way he prepares for this scene is genuinely terrifying.
All right, now, what have I got to do? It's 8 o'clock. Why are we starting now? Is it crazy?
They're trying to finish it, Jack, for weeks.
For this legendary take, he used a real axe, and they had to use 3 doors because he destroyed them so easily due to his experience as a volunteer firefighter. It's believed Kubrick made him repeat this take 60 times. And if that surprises you, brace yourself, because there's an even more shocking record coming up. Yet, after so much physical and mental exhaustion, Jack still had the creativity to improvise.
Here's Johnny.
And if you thought the film's most famous line was part of the script, it wasn't. Jack borrowed it from Johnny Carson's show.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Despite the film's overwhelming success, the author of the book The Shining, Stephen King, won't believe what he said about the movie.
Well, I didn't really like the movie that much, but I did like the little boy that played Danny Torrance. And of course, since then, the Here's Johnny has become associated with my name forever.
And why did you not love the movie Not to Press? If you don't want to tell me, it's fine.
No, the book was warm and the movie was cold. It was a Kubrick film. And don't get me wrong, I love everything else the man did. I just didn't like that one.
Due to this dissatisfaction, he wrote a script for a 3-episode miniseries released in 1997 called Stephen King's The Shining.
So what I'm saying is I think The Shining is a really good ghost story, but it's a story about a hotel with a history, a malevolent history that has a way of coming back to life. And it's also a story about a family that has a history with a lot of ghosts and a lot of unquiet spirits.
Although the miniseries tries to be more faithful to the book, it feels like a 90s TV movie with aesthetics and effects that haven't aged well.
A little boy here, and a little boy there. Here a boy, there a boy, everywhere a boy, boy. Hello, Danny. I've been waiting for you. We've all been waiting for you.
Especially compared to Kubrick's cinematic elegance. The difference between the two is that one had a genius behind the camera.
It was magnificent.
One of his pictures are equivalent to 10 of somebody else's.
He was a very lovable individual.
I love him one minute, and the next minute I hate him. I could kill him.
Everybody pretty much acknowledges he's the man. And I still feel that underrates.
That relentless pursuit of perfection gave us incredible cinematic moments. But the liquid simulating blood seems a bit thin.
It is so...
In Ready Player One, they recreated the same scene, and with CGI, it seems to have a better result. Every take, he wanted it to be perfect.
It's different in a movie situation if you say, "How was it?" to the operator. Stanley has the teleprompter now, so he knows. And the amount of reasons that he has why a take is not acceptable.
That's what you say, but 2 f-stops is a lot. You know, if the highlights are burnt out, blame yourself. You got nobody to blame but yourself. Let's go, come on.
We mentioned earlier that he repeated a scene 60 times, but for another, he not only surpassed that number, but achieved a Guinness World Record.
And I asked her about a rumour then strongly going the rounds that the meticulous Stanley Kubrick had made her do 127 takes of one of her scenes.
I don't know, I think I'm supposed to say 18. But I don't know, I'll leave that to your imagination.
And this was the record-breaking scene.
I'm very confused. It's over.
Why so many times? Kubrick wanted Shelley Duvall to be genuinely emotionally and physically exhausted to convey authentic panic.
Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
It was 9 months that I had to cry straight every day, all day long for 9 months, 6 days a week.
Besides crying in the film, she was also crying off camera, as the psychological abuse she endured from the director is believed to have crossed boundaries.
Well, I don't sympathize with Shelley. It doesn't help you.
His passive-aggressive demeanor.
I still think you shouldn't jump on every single emphatic line. It looks fake. It really does. It looks like you,
When I'm that nervous, it's
Shelley, I'm telling you, it's too many times. Every time he speaks emphatically, you're jumping, and it looks phony.
It's also believed he was deliberately cruel to Shelley Duvall off camera to keep her in a fragile emotional state.
Nobody even said roll video.
There's no desperation. Oh, come on. What do you mean roll
2
video?
seconds.
We're fucking killing ourselves out here, and you've got to be ready.
I am too. I'm standing
Should we
right
play
by
mood
the
music?
door. No, I
Yeah,
can't
but when you
hear.
came in like this, you should have just...
We're sitting there because they say, wait a minute,
okay.
and then you say
Yeah,
on the radio,
but when you
go.
do it, you've got to look desperate, Shelley. You just
The stress on her was so intense that she began losing her hair.
Look at this. Pulled all my hair. I pulled hunks of hair out on the windowsill. And the back got caught. Oh, look.
Okay.
It just comes out.
Okay, right now, fellas.
No rushing.
There's more to come, Shell. Come on.
Come on, I'm right
Gonna
here.
set up anyway now.
Well, I don't sympathize with Shelley.
In a frame from the behind-the-scenes documentary filmed by the director's daughter, we can see the noticeable hair loss.
And they said video rolling and all that, and I got all ready, jumped up and down, and then they said, never mind. If it hadn't been for that, volley of ideas and sometimes butting of heads together, it wouldn't have come out as good as it did. And it also helps get the emotion up and the concentration up, because it builds up anger, actually, and you get more out of yourself. And he knew that, and he knew he was getting more out of me by doing that. So it was sort of like a game.
After the grueling experience on The Shining, Shelley retired from acting in the mid-90s.
For a person so charming and so likable, indeed lovable, he can do some pretty cruel things when you're filming, because it seemed to me at times that the end justified the means.
Kubrick's methods may be questionable, but the result is that he created the greatest horror movie in history.
When it came out, like, people don't understand. Like, The Shining is, like, what is that, 82 or something like that?
1980, I think.
You've got to understand. We're talking about a whole different world.
Wendy, I'm home.
Stanley, means to me the courage of a singular vision.
That's all for now. Let me know in the comments if you think Kubrick is responsible for the outcome of Shelley Duvall's life.
Tony, tell me.
Thanks for watching, and subscribe to learn more curiosities about your favorite movies. See you in the next video.